Yes, yeah.
And how's it felt so far?
Oh, I love it. It's really natural and everyone here is just really passionate, and I got to hear Fergus Henderson tell me how to cure my hangovers, so that was pretty special. I was really happy with that. Yeah.
Did you try the actual Dr.
I did, the Dr. Henderson, I did, and I met him this morning and I gave him my feedback. I didn't enjoy the taste, but it really works. The Fernet Branca and creme de menthe.
I'm going to start with a really simple, this is sort of designed as an after-work dish, but you can have it anytime you like, really, which is lamb neck fillets, which are a great sort of cheap cut, although like all these cheap cuts out have become a bit trendy. They are getting more expensive, but still, relatively speaking, they're cheap, and they work really well, either very quickly cooked, like now, or slowly cooked. Anywhere in between, they're going to be quite tough and gristly. So start by just a bit of oil on the meat. Always good to oil the meat, not the pan, which prevents sort of hardcore smoking. So get them well oiled, and then into a sort of meat not too hot pan, frying pan, and then they'll want about 5 or 6 minutes on each side. But you really just keep giving them a little prod. They want to be just sort of soft to the touch.
So how did last night go? Because you did a pop-up restaurant.
We did, yeah. It was it's pretty stressful because we did 2 sittings, so it sort of got quite high octane, but great fun, lovely people there.
Yeah.
It was really fun. You know, the yurts themselves are so cool,
Yeah.
so you can hear from the sort of marquee kitchen, everyone having a good time, and yeah, we got there in the end.
And this was a first for Abergavenny, wasn't it? There's no one's ever done a pop-up restaurant before.
No, I don't know.
I think you're the first.
I'm sure it'll be the first of many because it seems to be the way things are going. It's such a, festival, such a pop-up event. It makes sense to have restaurants out there.
But it's a really simple bread, like anything good. It takes a little bit of time. You need to give the yeast time to grow and develop. So I can't go through it all with you right now, but I'll talk you through the various steps. So it's just basically white flour, a little bit of butter because we're Irish and we like butter, and we put in everything we put in our bread as well. Some salt, and I'm using lovely Hale and Mom sea salt from Wales. I don't know if you've come across it, it's absolutely terrific. A little bit of sugar, which helps the yeast along, but actually we like sweet things as well, so we have a little sweet bread. Like every bread, you do it, I don't think you see it there anyway. You do it until it's kind of slightly elastic, until the glutens have stretched. That way. So they're little square little things, they're absolutely gorgeous, and the way we used to eat them when I was growing up is with chicken and stuffing, which is a really popular Irish sandwich combination, great leftovers, so I did that myself today. It's actually something I really miss. But you can see there the dough is nice and stretchy. And again, it's really important to use a strong flour, the strongest flour you can get. And obviously the better the flour, the better the bread. So they think the name, we're not really sure where the name came from. We lost a lot of our food information in the famine because a lot of our producers died and we lost the cheese recipes. And we're getting it all back, but we actually think this is, it's got a connection with France because of Blanc, what we call it Blan, which is a very flat accent. So that's what it is. So I'm just going to do a few of them because I have a lot of them made already. But you just shape them like so or before.
And how does the festival work for you for your careers, obviously, bloggers turned food writers? Is it good to do this sort of event?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been amazing meeting so many people I know online and actually meeting them face to face, which is fantastic. Obviously, I know James for quite some time, but there's a lot of people that I haven't met before.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's so relaxed, it's just so lovely. And I think it's a great place to meet people that you admire and have been following for some time. And also a great place to meet people who are kind of doing the same thing as you and share ideas, I think is lovely. And also for finding producers. Mm-hmm. And then you just put a little bit of a flour coating on it. And you can always tell a child from Waterford because they've got a flour moustache and they're black. They just, yeah. And so that's it. So then we leave this for 50 minutes to the side. I have Blue Peter style, already got one. So you can see there, that's the shape they take. And they're all bunched up, and that's really what you want them to be like. And then put them in the oven, which is at 210 for 15 to 20 minutes. And then back over to James.
Thank you, Niamh. That's great. So, yeah, the lamb neck is going. Sort of quite a trick with meat. You don't want them to serve these rare because that's a bit too pink for lamb in general. Good trick with cooking meat is to take and do that, as they were saying, everything's A-OK, and press the fleshy bit here. And if it feels like that, which it does now, that's rare. On your middle finger, that's medium rare. Move to your ring finger, that's medium, and that's buggered.
And what are the plans for the rest of the day then? What have you got planned?
I'm going to let my hair down, literally let my hair down because I'm not cooking anymore. And I'm also going to go out and have a look around. We're signing books in a while.
Are we?
We are at 12:15. Yes,
Oh,
we are
God.
signing
Where?
books in a book in Marketplace.
Okay, but what about you?
I'm definitely going to let my hair down. We're going to go and see Lucas and Jane at 2 back
Yes.
here.
Yeah, okay.
I try and go and see Andrew Webb, talk about his book at 12:30, but
Yes.
probably not.
I'm sure we can
and just
catch a bit of
well, Rosie and I have just been working flat out for the last 3 days, so I think we're just going to.
So the other thing I didn't mention about the Blan is it's actually quite sticky. Don't be tempted to add extra flour because it will just make them quite stodgy. So, just prepare to get messy. It's the best way to cook in my opinion. So just, trust your nose and trust your eyes. If it smells cooked and it looks cooked, it probably is cooked.
Equally, if you wanted to be fussy and make your life a bit easier, like I probably should have done, you can, once you've made your Courby Andre, sort of strain it so you don't have all the bits of onion and herbs to contend with. And that's that. That's, that's sort of a 6-minute dish really, so done.